I'm Dick Gordon. This is The Story. Thanksgiving's a great time to exchange the stories that matter most in our families, and this is one of those stories. Robert Johnson lived through the Depression, and he did it in the poverty of rural Texas. He remembers the day that his father went to the carnival to fight the heavyweight, just in hopes of staying on his feet long enough to win $25.
The guy weighed 215 or 20, and my father weighed maybe 160. That guy could hit. He'd raise that elbow and pow, throw those punches at her. It sounded like splat.
Robert Johnson knew why his father was fighting that day. It was 1938, and Robert's father, Seabrun was his name, was out of work. They were barely making it.
We didn't have shoes, because shoes cost $1 to $1.50 a pair then.
You didn't own one pair of shoes?
No, not one, but I own many pairs now.
Make up for it, right?
Yeah.
So you'd go to school barefoot?
Oh, yeah. About half the kids who went to that little school were barefoot. They had so many stickers, cocklebur stickers or whatever they called them then.
Thorns.
And boy, they would eat you up.
So you actually couldn't go on the playground because of the thorns there?
Right, but we had a young teacher, fresh out of college. At recess, she would take the barefoot gang, about half the class. She'd take us to picnic tables and read special stories to us, she said, because you're special students. She was being kind to us.
And what would you and your brother take for lunch?
Biscuits and salt bacon, and sometimes we'd have jelly, but not often.
What's salt bacon? What was that?
It's a pork salt, so loaded with salt. And it was for bacon to eat and to season in beans and stuff like that.
Oh, you mean pork fat? I mean, this is fat, not
right.
meat, right?
Right, just fat.
That between two pieces of a biscuit?
Yeah, yes.
Was there any, shame attached to taking that to school for lunch?
Oh, yeah, they had a cafeteria that sold little boxes like they do now of chocolate milk or regular milk. But we didn't have money to buy that even. So we would go outside and get behind the hedges that circled that schoolhouse, and we'd sit there and wolf those sandwiches down. But we didn't want to show it.
You didn't want to be seen
normal.
Eating them?
Yeah, and we had a little girl, and somebody must have tipped her. And she'd come right where we were and pretend not to see us, and she'd say, "I'm trading peanut butter and jelly and ham sandwiches for biscuits with salt pork in them." And I stepped out there and I said, "I'll trade you." And my brother Seabrun, he said, "I'll trade you too." So we got 2 sandwiches, and that little girl did that every day. And her mother was making them for us.
She wasn't really trading you, though, was she, Bob?
No. Oh, she'd take them, the sandwiches, but I'm sure she took them home, fed it to the dog.
So her mother was actually making sandwiches for you and sending them through her?
Yes. Yes, she was.
What an act of kindness.
It really was. Because, boy, those were good sandwiches.
Robert Johnson. It's a story of both courage and determination, and how far one father would go for his family in the middle of the Depression. Robert Johnson remembers it. He was only 8 years old. The family was desperate. They had no money. His father had heard that the carnival in town would give $25 to anyone who could outlast the heavyweight. What happened in the first round?
My father was really an excellent boxer, and he'd slip the punches, move his head 3 inches, and the guy'd miss him by 3 inches.
I'm trying to imagine, what was it like for you? You're 8 years old, your dad's up there in the ring, you're watching him box. Do you know what you're doing? I mean, you've got the drinking water and the spit bucket there. Do you have any idea what you're supposed to do?
No. In the first 3 rounds, he could tell me, wrench my mouth out. Last 4 rounds, he couldn't even breathe. He was taking such a pounding, the poor man. He couldn't even talk.
So what happened in the 4th round?
He ran out of gas right in the middle of the round.
You could see it happen. You could see him run out of gas?
Oh, yeah. His shoulders slumped.
And did the big boxer, did he start to connect with your dad?
Yeah. He enjoyed it.
In the 4th round, did your dad go down?
Yeah, 2 times.
And what were you thinking watching this?
It broke my heart.
Why?
I could understand what he was trying to do. Get me some damn shoes.
You knew that he was out there fighting to make that money for you and for your mother and your brother.
Yes, sir, I knew. And I figured, boy, he does give a damn about us. I realized then, this guy's got class.
He's got guts anyway.
Damn right.
Robert Johnson's father had been a good boxer in his day, but now, as an older man, he was in trouble. If he could just stand on his feet at the end of 6 rounds, he'd get $25, money that his family desperately needed during the Great Depression. You thought your dad was a tough guy and a mean guy. That day at the fair, that day at the carnival when you saw him fight, did that change your view of him?
Yes, it did. He was heroic, because he almost got killed for his family. Because that guy could hit. He's slow. He'd raise that elbow and pow, throw those punches at her. It sounded like splat. He could take a punch. God.
You ever meet anyone tougher than your dad?
No, I didn't. And it influenced me all my life and still does. He really had guts. And he taught me to finish something, by God, if it takes forever. He just said, you got to hang in there, fight the situation forever, but die, but don't quit.
What else was the money going to mean for your family?
Meant we could pay the rent for 1 month. We could hold out till my father got to Austin. He heard there's a lot of building going on. So he rode the rods and got on as a dragline operator at the magnificent sum of $1 an hour, which was good money then, 1938. And he sent money back to Mom and said, y'all, come on down here. I got us a good house. I remember where it was. It's 512 West 43rd. And the famine was over.
Once again, there was food in the cupboard and clothes and shoes for you guys.
Yeah, we never hit the bottom like that again.